What's up, guys? Caden here. This is Julian, who is a student of our inner circle, and on top of that, just like a fantastic friend of Trey and I's now, and coach of the inner circle as well, because he's just that legendary. So, without further ado, Julian, introduce yourself, bro. Give him a little intro on who the man is.
What's up, guys? Nice to meet you. My name's Julian. So been inside here for it's been like 5, 6, 7 months maybe. But yeah.
January, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, January.
let's go, dude. Well, cool. I guess we can kick it off, kind of how we kick all these interviews off. But like, what made you, join the inner circle? I remember kind of like that situation when you and I first talked and stuff. But just give him like a breakdown of what made you want to join initially.
Yeah. So back in last June, I was in college. I go to school down in Georgia, and I was working this private equity internship that was interesting, but I didn't want to do it for the rest of my life. And I was really like interested in finding some way to make money online. And so I came across Trey's tweet on how he made 10K a month in college. So I like Hail Mary sent him like a DM that was the worst DM possible. Somehow he responded, hopped on a call. And he ended up kind of like mentoring me through the whole thing. And he helped me get my first like client or two. And they were or my first like two offers that were kind of like subpar just through my own outreach. And after 7 months, I only made $2,000 doing this alone. And I realized like at that point, it was just time for coaching because I knew time is of the essence. And so I knew Trey, I knew Caden, and I knew that they would be the best help. So I reached out to them and I ended up joining back in late January.
Let's go. So you kind of knocked out my next question of just like where you were. So I think you were in like our old Discord or something like that.
It was.
Which is cool because it's now free for anybody. I think we plug it under these videos or something like that. Or if not, just message me on Twitter or something. But you were in there initially, got those first two gigs, didn't really work out. They were kind of just kind of mid, and then joined
Exactly.
the inner circle. Cool.
Yeah.
What were your struggles before starting? Like, before you initially joined the inner circle, what were some of the things that you just had a hard time with, would you say?
I would say the biggest thing was figuring out what a good offer looks like and also just being very confident on the phone. Those were the two biggest changes. So for me, which is crazy because I remember my first offer, like my first paycheck was $600 for the month. And I was like mind blown. Like I felt like I was the coolest guy in town, just $600. But yeah, just like how to find these really good offers and then also how to be confident on the phone because what I realized is that at the time I was 18, I was speaking to people who were anywhere between like 30 to even 60. And a lot of times I'd struggle on the phone. They hit me with an objection and I'd start getting flustered and start like spewing random stuff. And so just being a little bit more calm, collected, just overall confidence was what I was lacking. And inside of here, it's just completely changed.
That's fire, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was the same way, dude. Like, well, I was 17 when I started, and I remember like trying to close 40-year-old men, and I was just like this guy told me he needs to think about it. I'm 17 years old. Like, what is this guy gonna do? Like, he's not gonna
Yeah.
listen to me. I remember that too.
And now we
But
get like, I'm sure you do too, get like complimented on your sales skills. Like at the end of the call, sometimes that's happened with a 50-year-old. He's like, you know what, you're good at this. And just complimenting me at 18, 19.
that's the best, man. It's like you collected his payment, deals across the board, like commission's there, and he's just like, you're really good at your job, man. You're really
Yeah.
good at your job. You're just like, thank you, man. But that's awesome, dude. I guess like what specific, I guess, help and insights would you say that you received just from like the inner circle overall, at least in your experience so far?
I would say absolutely everything, man, because I think that it changes based on the different people, but it's not like this in the inner circle is a one size fits all, which is what I love. So the help that I necessarily needed is not the help that a complete beginner or a 40-year-old who's been in a 9 to 5 needs. So the help that I got was just like consistent one-on-one support, somebody I could reach out to at all times. Insights were just everything about how to be a good sales guy on the phone. All the way from how to be a good sales guy on the phone to how to balance this with school, right? Because I go to a school down in Georgia, like I said, and I'm still a full-time student there, but I've been able to make consistently $10,000 to $20,000 while a student and through the summer. So just insights from absolutely every single corner has been incredible. Yeah.
Let's go. That's sick, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Um, I guess where, and you don't have to be too specific numbers wise if you don't want to, but where are you like now? You kind of started January, $2,000 in 6 months. Like, what does the situation look like right now?
Yeah. So when I started, that was 7 months. Like, just to preface this, it was 7 months of me working consistently, probably 5, 6 hours a day doing outreach, like consistently. And in 7 months, I only made $2,000, maybe like 3,000 total. As soon as I joined this late January, February, or you connected me with Jordan, I made 5K in February, 10K in March, 15 in April, May, June, July. Same thing. July hit my first 20K month. So it's been crazy and it happened so fast. And honestly, I probably worked less inside the inner circle than I did when I was doing this alone because time is obviously of the essence. And it's like anybody in a job or anybody in school is probably tired at the end of the day. You don't want to spend 6 hours a day sifting through the information yourself. So just having this clear roadmap, exactly how to get there, has absolutely changed the game for me. So it's kind of where I'm at now.
That's sick, man. You got to give some credit to yourself though. Like you're a sharp dude. I think you knew Trey before I knew you. But I remember even in like our lower Discord, like I forget what we priced it at the time. It was pretty cheap, but I remember Trey was like, this Julian guy, man. Like this Julian guy's cool. This Julian guy, he's got it. Like he's gonna make it. I can just feel it. You just have like a good energy. You have a very good work ethic. I mean, to all the audience members, this dude's going to like one of the top business schools in the country while maintaining closing, and not just maintaining closing, but on pace to do multi six figures on a 12-month span. And he's a coach in here too, like helping out the members alongside me and Trey. It's insane. So you got to
Thank
give
you, man.
yourself some credit, man. Like you're just a hard worker and you got that like it factor, and you'd succeed with anything that you would have pursued.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's crazy. I remember joining the Discord, and this sounds so weird, but like even back then at the price where it was, when I joined last July, I was like, I genuinely was like, I'm not afraid to say it. I was hesitant on spending like whatever it was, like $40 a month, just because I didn't
Yeah.
have it available to me at all. Like I did, but it was still scary to do that. And now, like, in a blink of an eye, I can now sort of spend that money on buying somebody a gift, right? Buying myself something. And it's just crazy how much that can change and how just your view on money, time, everything changes, inside of something like this. Yeah.
100%, man. Yeah, our Quentin in here. Quentin, he back in the day for that same Discord, it was 40 or 30, I think it was like 36 a month or something like that. And he had texted me like, "Bro, how do I know this isn't a scam?" I was like, "Dude, it's $40, bro. Just like spend the I'm like I can't really tell you much besides give you like some screenshots and screen recordings of the inside and stuff, but spend the
Yeah.
40
Now
bucks,
Quentin, now Quentin's crushing it. Oh,
Dude,
and
he's insane.
something else too that I wanted to mention as well is that not only am I making good money, but the people that I've met, the people you guys have connected me with, is, in my opinion, better than any money you can make, which is why I think the high ticket sales space is so unique. It's like if you go corporate route and you make somebody $1 million, they're not going to give a shit. I don't know if I'm supposed to curse like that, but you're not going to make like your cog in the machine. Inside of here, you can make the connections where like me meeting you guys, right? Who knows like what that'll lead to in the future, or me with Mason, me with Jordan, me with anybody I've met, just expands my horizon like to a tremendous degree, which is probably, in my opinion, even more valuable than the money. It's that community and the community inside of here as well.
100%, man. Like you make these like really cool, successful people a lot of money, and then A, they want to be your friend. B, they want to teach you, and C, you just like get super close with them and get to learn how like their day to day looks in the process. I mean, at least in comparison to where I went to college at, which was Arizona State, way better than an MBA from that school. Like the experience and the connections that I've got from doing this. Now,
Sure.
I don't know your case just because like you're like a very legit, awesome business school, but I mean, man, it's insane, bro. It's actually life changing, and you build sort of this like Rolodex over time where there's potential partnerships with these people. There's potential revenue share, potential or things that can happen in the future. There's like worst case, let's say, your current gig dried out, which it won't because the guy you're working for is a beast. But let's say it did, then you go hit up other people you used to sell for in the past, and you have all these connections to go
Yeah,
see if you could sell for them. It's insane, man. It becomes like a glitch at a certain point where it's almost impossible to lose.
exactly.
For
100%.
sure. Well, cool, man. I guess to close it out, like people who are on the outside looking in, either on, the remote closing high ticket sales space or even the inner circle. Um, now that you've been through your experience, what's some advice you would give to them, and what would you say to those people specifically?
I would say really to take the lead. I mean, genuinely, it's a lot of people, myself included, have and had a lot of pride when you begin. You're like, oh, I want to be self-made and whatever it may be. Not that you're not self-made inside of something like this, but I think time is the essence for everybody, whether you want to get out of your 9 to 5 job or whether you're in school and you want to get out. Um, and if you have kind of money saved up, I would say absolutely investing in people who have learned the ropes and people who can just shortcut the learning curve for you is 100% the way to go. Because, while you have to spend 6 to 8 hours a day doing this alone, you can spend a quarter of that time, inside real coaching because the learning curve is just shortened tremendously and you have a map just mapped out for you. And there's really no way to fail. Um, so what I would say to anybody looking in is just to take the leap. And I think just subconsciously, everybody knows whether it's a good decision for them. And yeah, I mean, out of every single coaching program I've ever seen, this is by far the best one. There are not thousands of people in here. You guys provide so much help. It's like sometimes I don't even need the help. Like I'm bugged so much by you and Trey. Just ask me what I'm doing, like offering my help. That it's like sometimes I just want to like I don't even need the help to a certain extent, right? So um,
100%.
you guys will love it in here. I'm 100% confident, and I'm one of the coaches too. I would never ever be a coach for a program I didn't truly believe in or a program that didn't give me the results that you guys have. So thank you guys to you too.
Of course, man. Yeah, yeah, we appreciate you as well. And I would say, like, you know, wherever you see this video, like, and you see Julian's situation and you're young and you want to get somewhere yourself, like, just know it's not easy, but it can be done. Like, you can get to a point legitimately by the time you can legally drink alcohol, or by the time you're ever even like married and have kids, where you have like more money than you even know what to do with. It just takes like it takes walking down a path that like very, very few people around your age, at least that you see every day, like have walked. But it can be done. You just have to commit and work your ass off. And also choose the right vehicle. I think sales is the right vehicle for like a lot of people, not all people. But people who are willing to work hard and have the mindset that you have, dude, like those guys can go so far in this game and completely change the trajectory of their life. So take motivation from Julian, guys. Be more like Julian. That would be my advice from the interview. But
And one thing for like both you, Kate, and myself, like I don't think we're outliers at all, too. It's like a year ago. I'm sure you were in the same place when you were 17 and you started, but I remember a year ago and just reading like over my journal, just being in a position where I was stuck. I had no idea what I wanted to do. And I was really stuck. I thought I'd never figure it out. Now it's like a year later, my entire life has changed. And like I think for a lot of people in here too, it's like, I don't want to do sales for the rest of my life. I don't think you do either. But it's like this space awards you so many opportunities in the future where there is no way you can fail. There's just genuinely not. So, um,
100%. Dude, 100%, man. I mean, you got guys like, I don't know if you saw Noah Johnson's post today, but that dude made like 2 grand a day because him and his best friend partnered with a lady who has a large audience, and they were like, hey, we'll help you scale up your sales process. And each of them made 2K today. He's made 4K in the past like 2 or 3 days. It's nuts. Like, there's stuff like that where you can go work on a deeper level with people and make more money. Or Quentin, he's a setter manager now for Hamza, and who he's working for. He'll make more money doing that. Like, so many doors open, man. So 100%. Um, but yeah, dude, I appreciate you doing this, man. You guys should go check out Julian. I don't know if you want to plug your IG or your Twitter, man. But if you do, you can read out your ad. I want to at least make sure you get some followers from this too.
of course, yeah. If you want to follow me on Twitter, that's usually where I'm active. It's at Julian Rose. So Julian and then Rosee, I believe.
Easy, easy. Well, cool, man. I appreciate you. And yeah, guys, I hope you got value from this. We'll see you guys soon. What's up, guys? Caden here, and I hope you enjoyed this interview. If you did and you want to get into remote closing or appointment setting, and you want to do so by being coached by me and Trey one-on-one until you become successful, book a call below. There's going to be a link somewhere in the description here where you can book in directly with myself or Trey to talk about our coaching program and how we can work together one-on-one to get you to $7,000 to $25,000 per month with remote sales. So if you're interested, you want to talk about the coaching program and working with us directly to get you to your goals, book a call below and we'll see you soon.